Well, here we are at Mount Mulligan again, another day out in the old ghost town. First things first, we're just going to have a cup of tea before we get started, and then we'll decide which way we're going to go. Actually, down in here is, you can see the chimney of the old coke ovens in the distance there, and the bakery in the main streets in that direction. And this here is the old schoolyard, so we might try the old schoolyard and see how we go. So back shortly with the first find. Well, here's a view of the hunt area. The grass isn't too bad now. It's the end of the dry, and although the grass is long, there's a lot of bald patches we can hunt. And this is the old the corner of the old schoolyard here, where there's a big shady tree is, and we've got our chairs set up there for lunch. So should be a good day out. We'll get into it. Well, that's the old schoolhouse stumps up there on the horizon, you can see, and I've just come down below an old road that encircles the school, and I just picked up my first coin. Just about a surface find, this one. I just scratched the leaves here. See it there, looks like it might be a halfpenny. Yep, pretty sure it's going to be a halfpenny. We'll get a quick field clean and come back with the date, and I'll subtitle the date. That's great. That thing was just about, other than the leaves, it wasn't even in the soil. Just about a sunbaker, that one. Okay, well that's a good start to the day. On to the next one. Well, there she is, King George VI. 1943 halfpenny, kangaroo halfpenny. Not in the best of condition, that one. Probably because it's been laying on top of the ground. But, well, never mind. It's the first coin of the day, and it's a lovely old halfpenny. Okay, on we go. Well, here's the next target. It's an old lady's hair clip from the 40s or the 50s, I guess. They ring up really high in the detectors. We find a lot of these up here. But just, this is a remnants of a little old garden bed in the backyard of this house. So, just keep hunting around this backyard area. There could be some more old relics here, or maybe a couple of coins if I'm lucky. I don't, we'll move on. Well, morning tea time. Back at the car. One halfpenny so far. Things can only improve from here. It's just a beautiful day to be out. Top spot. And it looks like the weather's going to stay good all day. Lovely blue sky. So we'll have a cup of tea and something to eat and back in. Well, this is where the railway line entered the township through this rock cutting here. That's a mountain up above us there, and along that embankment there, and that's where the coal loaders and the coke ovens were, and the mine was up there on the left. So this is what remains of the old railway. There's actually the ruins of a turntable up in there, which is unusual for this area. There's not many turntables. There's usually plenty of room to turn trains around, but here there wasn't, so they put in a turntable. So we might go and have a look at that later. That's just up in that direction. Well, here's my next find in the ruins of the railway station. This lovely old brass buckle. Really solid item, that one. Rings up high. Listen to that. This is the where the railway station buildings used to be, and there's a little goods shed and things, but no trace of that whatsoever now. Okay, well that's a good find. We'll move on to the next one. Okay, well I'm still in the railway station area, behind where the platform and goods shed area were. That's the coke oven chimney over there, and the rail easement is between us and the chimney. I've got this really low tone here, and it surprised me it was a coin. It's actually a penny. I don't know why it's giving such a low tone. Usually they ring really high. I'll give it a quick clean and get a date. Seems to be fairly thin, so it might be quite old. Well, that was a surprise. Okay, well, I'll be back in a minute with a date and see if we can identify this penny. Okay. Well, here it is. It's a King George V. Have a look at the condition of this coin. That is just gorgeous. He's got a little bit of wear on the jewels there, the KG5, but the other side, it's the old Commonwealth of Australia penny, 1917. But the lettering is just beautiful. Actually, the reverse is in better condition than the obverse. He's a little worn around the King's crown. But strangely, that coin gave a mid-tone. Usually they ring really high, the pennies. Maybe it was, well, I have no idea. It was covered in some sort of black gunk. May have affected its conductivity. Anyway, that's a great find. I'm happy with that. Okay, on to the next one. Well, I'm in the back of the an old residence here, not far from the railway station now. It's got a huge signal, and I can see why. Big old brass tap just come out of the ground. That'd be pretty old, I guess. Maybe it's from the 20s or 30s. Beautiful. Solid brass. Well, that'd polish up beautifully. I might take that home and put it on the shelf. How about that? The back tap. Okay, on to the next target. Well, here's a bit of a bottle and rubbish dump. Some old kerosene tins and things. I think most of these bottles, though, probably from the 1950s. Beer bottles. See that there? It's NBC. I think that's the Northern Bottle Company with that clover leaf. It must be a North Queensland company. I'm not sure where they're from. This bottle remains a property of the Northern Bottle Company. Aussie Pete, you might be able to help you out with that one. This one here is a bit different, but it's a screw top, so I guess they're not very old. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Could be cordial or something. There's a few jars, but the jars look like they're pretty modern too. These might be little sauce bottles and things. They've all got markings on them. I might take a couple, and if I find anything unusual, I'll get back. But I'll just have a bit of a poke around here. There's quite, as you can see, there's bottles and stuff all through this, and they're all complete too. So I might find something useful. Okay, we'll be back in a minute. Well, this one might be once again 1950s, but I think it's got ETA on it. ETA, probably ETA peanut butter. I think they're the old peanut butter jars. That's just in perfect condition. Like I said, it's a screw top, so it's obviously not very old. Maybe 40s, 50s. The town was all gone by 1956, I think, so it's definitely older than that. That's a nice little jar, actually. Righto, some more over here. We'll keep looking over here. There's a lid off the billy. There's the billy. Don't know. Okay, we're just back at the cave having a bit of lunch now, and Miss Dean Q's finds. She's got this one was hard to miss, a miner's pick. And she's got some really good old matchbox tops here. This is Bell and Company, established 1832, number 4 Vesta matches, the wax matches. I haven't seen that one before. This one here, Duncan's Wax Vesta matches, Melbourne. These are this stuff here would date from the earliest use of the place in the 1890s. And this one here, she's a bit wanged up. The Commonwealth Matchworks waterproof vestas. So these are all real early, late 19th century, early 20th century matchboxes. And then we've got a couple of bottles. It's a screw top, but it's got a. I'll clean that up and have a look at that label on there. It's property of H. Bell or something, or H. Jones or something, Sydney. I'll put it on the subtitle. So that's I'd say that's a sauce bottle. And here's the these beer bottles, Northern Bottle Company, with that. Okay, I'll show you these bottles on the ground. Reason being they're too hot to pick up. I just burnt my hand picking them up. That's how hot it is here today. The one on the left's that Northern Bottle Company beer bottle with a 3-leaf clover. And the one on the right's Holbrook's Sydney. I guess it could be a vinegar bottle. It's got a decorative top on it. So I'll take them home, let them cool down, and I'll show them to you if there's anything of interest. I'll show you the details later in the video. Okay, well that's lunchtime. We better get back out and find some more relics. Well, here's the next find. It's an old brass buckle. The steel pins rusted off. Quite deep, probably 4 inches down next to this old house foundation post here. So this is actually inside the area of the house, so it's probably worth hunting around all these old stumps. See them all through the grass. The grass is a bit thick at the back, but not too bad at the front. Okay, on to the next target. Well, Mrs. NQ's just called me over from the road. I've never seen this here before. It's the ruins of a World War II air raid shelter. They've made it out of a water tank buried in the ground. They've put a concrete top on it, and you can see here there's some skinny little steps that go down into it. Wouldn't be much room in here. You could only sit down, not stand up. But there's a couple of air raid shelters up here that were built during the war. I guess people built them everywhere, all over the place in Australia. I think you were obliged to. The government made it compulsory, but yeah, this one's just collapsed. But yeah, that's an interesting little spot in the bush. Someone's air raid shelter in the backyard. Okay, on we go. Okay, well, just up over there's a tennis court. There's 3 tennis courts in town. I've just done the tennis court, didn't find anything there. And down below it, there's a fence line there. See the old fence line? And a road formation runs around the bottom of the fence line. Got a lovely signal here on the on this little bend, and a beautiful silver sixpence has flipped out of the ground. Very shallow, oh, probably 3 inches down. You can see it there. I've had a bit of a change of hunt strategy here. I've gone to the Ace 150 because it's got a smaller coil, and it because the grass is fairly long and it's like very stiff straw sort of grass. The smaller coil gets in around it better. So Ace 150. That's a beautiful coin. It looks like it's in great condition too. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll just give that a quick clean and come back with a date. It's the George VI, so the way that's ringing, it's probably going to be a sterling sixpence. Okay, I'll just come back with a date and give it a little clean. Okay, well, here she is. It's not a sterling, it's a 1951, but that's the reverse. A little bit discoloured, but have a look at the obverse. Beautiful. King George VI. So that's a good good find. And I might just work along this road area because the grass isn't as high and it's a lot easier to detect with the smaller coil. So we'll just move along here and hopefully there'll be some more coins spilled on the roadway. Okay, back shortly. Well, I've come about 10 metres along the roadway since I got the sixpence, and the strategy seems to be paying off. Here's another coin, a penny it looks like it, at about 3 inches down, just off the side of the road. Just scratched it out of the ground. Oh, it's an old Commonwealth penny too, ripper. That'll be an old one. Might be able to see a date on it there. I'll clean it up and see how she looks. It looks like it's pretty good condition in this dry soil. Excellent. Okay, I'll just give it a clean and I'll get back with a date. Well, this one's in lovely condition. This one, 1 penny, 1936, Commonwealth of Australia. And the King's got all his jewels in his crown. Beautiful. Usually the coins are in this kind of condition up here. Occasionally get the ones that have been on top of the ground, they're a bit corroded, but these ones, if they're just buried in this dry soil, protected from the sun and whatnot, they look like that. That's beautiful. Okay. We'll just keep working this road. There's got to be more coins along here. Righto, back shortly. Well, it's sure worth hunting these old roads and paths. I've gone 20 metres now. This hole here, well, that spot there was where I got that sixpence. And then 10 metres further on, I've got a penny there, and now over here where the detector's lying, I just scratched the surface with a great signal. It looks like another sixpence. So we're doing okay here on this road. You can see it there. It was virtually, because the road's fairly rocky, it wasn't even buried. Another George VI. There she is. I'll just subtitle a date. Looks like another 1950s type coin. It might be another 50%, but that's great. 3 coins within 20 metres on this roadway on either side of the road. So this shows you don't have to wander too far. If you start getting like choke points in traffic areas where there's a lot of pedestrian traffic, you get the coins. Righto, we'll just stay on this roadway and keep going. I just gave it a quick clean with that Camelback, which is handy for all sorts of things besides drinking. Another 1951. Got 2 1951s within 20 metres of each other. Sixpence. George VI. Beautiful condition. Virtually no wear on it at all. Okay, we'll stay on the road. Okay, I've just come out off the side of the road and I've found something here that you occasionally get up here, especially after heavy rain. It's a surface coin. There's a penny laying on the ground there. The detector alerted me to it, but I haven't touched it, I haven't picked it up. That's just how it was sitting there. It's been sitting there for 60 or 70 years on top of the ground. Looks like it has too. It's all sunburnt. I'll give them a quick clean and I'll get a date off it and identify the monarch. There we go. Surface find. Sunbaker. Alright, I'll back shortly. Okay, well here she is. It's King George VI. He was laying in the sun, sunbaking. So he was there for 60 or 70 years, and on the other side there's a 1944 penny, which is just lovely, the other side, because it's been protected. But there you go. Get them now and then, surface finds, but great to find an old penny like that, just off the side of the road. Okay, keep going. Well, just after that penny, I've just picked this up on the surface. It looks like it's a toe cap of a miner's boot. Don't get too many toe caps, get plenty of heels, but first toe cap I've found in a while. Righto, keep going. Well, I'm still on this old road or track. It's not actually a road. The town is in that direction over there. I'm in the outskirts. There's a tennis court and that's a schoolyard up in there. They're not really roads because there was no road to this site, which is a really remote spot, until after World War II. Everything came in on the railway line, and so it was only foot traffic or horse traffic. But that little track that runs along the side of the tennis courts there, I don't know if you can make out the fence line there, the old fence post is still there. And there's a track coming in from this direction, from town, and then it goes down this way and up over the creek on the other side. And there's more houses on that ridge line over there. And there's an old house just there in the back of the schoolyard. So this spot here is a bit of a crossroads. There's a track from town. There's one coming in from that way where there was some single men's barracks up there, some shower blocks. And to more residences over there. So I've just been hunting this intersection and I've just picked up another coin. Penny here. Pretty shallow target, probably 3 inches. I just disturbed it there. Okay. Bit green, that one, but it'll clean up alright. Should be in pretty good nick. I'll clean it up and I'll get a date off it and subtitle a date. Okay, keep going. Well, there's that last penny, 1952. King George VI. Once again, nice old kangaroo penny in great condition. So these roadways are definitely worth staying on. There's a lot of trash around the house areas and they're pretty hard going, but the road, there's not so much rubbish, and usually the targets are worth digging. So we'll just stick with the road strategy. Okay, we're back at the car for yet another cup of tea. That's the most important part of the day. And Mrs. NQ's just picked up a lovely old kangaroo penny, 1943. So getting a few coins here today, this is good. So we'll have a cup of tea and we'll get back out into it. Okay, I was just down by the school on another road easement here, and just this little embankment, and picked up another coin here. Looks like a another sixpence. Yeah, I've lost it in this. Actually, it wasn't even buried. It was just in the grass there. There she is. Once again, I'll give it a quick clean and have see. You can see that that's actually been in the sun because it's tarnished on the obverse there, so that would have been a sunbaker, but it's just a little bit of leaf litter and grass on top of it. Okay, I'll get a date and I'll be back shortly. Okay, well there she is. It's a King George V. It's a sterling sixpence. This one, 1936. So that's a good find just off the side of the road. You can see the king on that side. Is that on the tarnished side? I'd say that's been laying in the sun. It's probably just been covered over by the grass this wet season, but anyway, that's a lovely old find. Another silver coin. Righto, move on to the next target. We'll just keep working down this old road easement. Well, I just got this. It's a little badge or emblem of, I'd say, a Singer sewing machine. It's got the Singer Manufacturing Company trademark and some cross sewing needles and thread and bobbins and things, so I'd say that was off the side of the old treadle sewing machine. Well, that's a good little find. Okay, keep moving. Well, that was our little trip to Mount Mulligan today. I think it's the 4th or 5th time we've been up here this year. Found a few relics, a few coins, and I hope you enjoyed watching the video. And happy hunting, everybody. See you next time.